Okay, time for a status update. Well, actually, this might as well just be a part 4. No, wait, it might as well be a status update. I don't actually know what to do with this episode. But I finished off the a big mining outpost. Well, it's not exactly big, but it is a mining outpost. This staircase goes down on the diamond level. This portal goes back home. This staircase goes up to the storage area, which I think I'll make just a little bit more of. Because you can never have enough storage. There we go. I'll take that glowstone home with me. And now that the outpost is made, I can just use this place for mining anytime I need materials. I can just go right back and forth between this place and home using the nether. And suddenly my allergies are kicking my butt. Go figure. I just love my little mesa. Well, it's not exactly little, but, you know. Well, I think this calls for a celebration. And by a celebration, I mean lots and lots of mining. Okay, so, while I'm mining, I want you guys in the comments to have a little discussion. Now, I want there to be no discourse in this, but I want you all to give your opinions on Pokemon Sword and Shield, well, as it is at the moment. Now, I repeat, I do not want discourse over this. You will have friendly, intelligent, and productive discussions. I do not want you people on each other's throats. If someone doesn't like the game and you who do, or if you do like, or rather, if someone likes the game and you don't, or someone does like the game, I'm getting myself mixed up here. If someone doesn't like the game and you do, that's fine. If someone does like the game and you don't, that's fine too. Your opinion is not the only one that matters. Everyone has different opinions, and that's perfectly valid. So do me a favor and don't be toxic. There's also another question I'd like to ask you guys. What's your favorite period in Earth's history? Do you prefer the entire Hadean Eon, which is basically just when Earth was a big ball of magma, lava, and raining asteroids, and probably Earth at its most unpleasant ever. Or maybe you prefer somewhere in the Archean Eon where we first had a good look at unicellular life. Ooh, diamonds and coal. This is turning out to be very productive already. Maybe you prefer the Tonian period where the first animals and the first metazoans in general first appeared. And fun fact, they were a lot like modern sponges. In fact, some of them have been identified to basically be sponges. So yeah, sponges are basically the oldest multicellular life that we have record of. And they've managed to survive all this time. Isn't that wild? You see, this is why I love paleobiology. You learn all kinds of crazy things, like just how old sponges really are. They're like nearly 800 million years old or something. Now, some of you might be thinking, so what? They're just sponges. Well, those early sponges are your earliest multicellular ancestors. Without them, we wouldn't be here. Now then, going on from the Tonian, perhaps you prefer the Cryogenian, though for the life of me I couldn't imagine why. The Cryogenian period is also known as the Snowball Earths period. Yes, I said Earths, as in more than one. You see, during the Cryogenian period, Earth froze over. Twice. Well, at least twice, anyway. And that is pretty wacky. I mean, and you know what? The sponges survived this. They survived the entire world being completely frozen over. That to me is just the wackiest thing. That's just wild. Sponges are hardcore. I mean, it's kind of hard to even imagine this, but just imagine an entire world that's basically just Antarctica. And that's what they had to deal with. Twice. I can't stress enough just how amazing that is. If we tried to live on a planet like that, we'd freeze to death. So yeah, if you ever get a time machine, don't bother going to that period in time unless you basically bring a spacesuit. You're gonna need it to insulate you against all that cold. After that, there's one of my personal favorite time periods, the Ediacaran period, where animals and other multicellular life forms started diversifying quite a bit. A boom in diversity occurred that's now referred to as the Avalon explosion. And probably most of you have never heard of it. To be fair, we're not even entirely sure what some of these Ediacaran biota even are. But of course, there's always the Cambrian explosion. It's the Cambrian explosion. And much more afterwards. I would go on more, but there's not much time left, so this is Alzorley Dura signing out. I love you all, and good boy.